There's a little doggy sitting on the stairs. Mabel. She wants to go outside, but she won't come down the stairs until I go get her. I do not understand this game, Mabel. Why don't you come downstairs? Come on. Come on, let's go. Come on, let's go. No. No, I have to go get her. Oh my goodness. So I'm watching the Cinema Sins for Black Adam, because I don't fucking watch movies. I just watch YouTube essays and editorials about movies, because most movies are fucking terrible, especially blockbuster schlock. It's just not my thing. But as somebody who's interested in the world of pop culture media and works in a comic book store, I do sometimes feel obliged to, not just obliged, but even interested to know, plot lines and how shit looks, even if I find the actual movies themselves to just be awful and boring. So I'm watching the Cinema Sins for Black Adam, and I see a little bit of one of the scenes where a character drops some comic books. He drops some Flash and Cyborg and Wonder Woman comic books. These are characters who exist in the DC cinematic universe, but the comics he drops are comic books from our universe. They're comic books that I've sold in my comic book store. Real comic books. They're just using them as props to kind of be like, hey, look, these characters exist in this world and like have fandoms and people know about them. It's like, that shit fucking blows my mind, man, because it's so fucking lazy. It's so fucking lazy. You're a fucking giant big budget movie. You could just pay to have somebody do a cover of a fake fucking comic book. You could just pay a comic book artist and a fucking layout artist, and you could fucking make comic books that don't pre-exist. They don't have to be full fucking comics. They could just be a fucking cover, right? So that part doesn't even fucking matter. You could do it for so cheap, but instead they're like, nah, go down to the store and pick up these 3 fucking comic books, which completely, I think I'm spitting all over the place here, but it blows the reality. Like a Flash comic in a world where the Flash doesn't exist. The Flash here is a comic book character who's existed for like, what, 80 fucking years? He's been many different people. Like, it's a fictional fucking character. A Flash comic in a world where the Flash is a real guy would not be the same thing at all. This is way closer to something that would be happening in The fucking Boys. More the comic. I guess the show does it too. I don't watch the show. I love that comic. It makes no fucking sense to me, man. What? What'd you say? What'd you say, Burb? You said, give me some food. Give me some treats. Okay. Here's some treats. Treats from Burbs. It's so fucking stupid and lazy whenever they do that. Whenever they have people in a universe where Superman exists wearing Superman shirts that we sell at my store. My store where Superman is, again, a fucking fictional character. In the real world, people would have completely different responses to these things, and as well, like the fucking trademarks around the logos, the ability to replicate them. Like, wow, it's crazy that in a world where Superman exists and has a totally different symbol design than in my world, people are still into the classic design that's never existed in that world. And again, the part that really bugs me is that it's lazy. It doesn't have to be that way. You could pay an artist a tiny, tiny, tiny fraction of an aspect of your budget just to get some original art to use for this. And you don't. You fucking don't. Anyways, man, that Black Adam movie really looks like a lazy piece of shit. I'm sure a lot of the stunt people and people behind the scenes are working really fucking hard on it, but in terms of the writing and production, it is so fucking lazy, and I'd be ashamed. You see the fucking Rock out there being like, hey, people should go see this movie. Dude, you should be fucking ashamed of yourself to have put out something with so little effort and thought. Especially in this fucking day and age, man. If this were like a sequel to Shaquille O'Neal's Steel, that would be fucking one thing. But it's 2023, man. It's fucking inane. This little dog, man. I just don't know. I don't think you know either, little dog. Maple Louise.